Mirror Match Explained: What Mortal Kombat Has to Do with Mental Toughness. Hey everyone, Marty here, and welcome to another edition of 101 Insider Energy Performance and Weight Loss Tips. And today, it's a mental toughness video for every unretired former athlete who wants to build your confidence and make a difference without having to fight yourself throughout the sands of time for all eternity. So, I remember back to Mortal Kombat 1. It was one of the first games that I fell in love with, but at the end of the tower, like, you would fight all the characters up, all 7 of them, up until the top. The 7th one was you against you. And it was always this fun thing because it was like, hey, I mean, if whoever you are, it's like the other character has the exact same moves, acts and behaves the exact same way. I mean, it's literally you against you. And it's an interesting concept. It didn't make a lot of sense at the time, but I think I cracked the code on this one. So bear with me here. Tip number 1, let's talk about the great convincer, your mind. And I feel like somebody else has said this recently, but I can't remember. So, not saying that I ever come up with anything, but more to the point right here, your mind is always trying to convince you. And have you ever caught yourself saying things like, I'm trying to convince myself to XYZ. I'm trying to convince myself to eat better. I'm trying to convince myself to get in the gym or start working out or any of those kind of things. And let me follow that up with, have you ever told someone what they need to do? It's like instantly that brings up the fist, right? It's like, how dare you tell me what I need to do? Well, your conscious mind is the culprit that's always telling you things like what you need to do and always picking out these dangers. And convincing, although it can work, convincing using logic, it's difficult, and it often ends in resistance and resentment. And, I just got to say that if you're driven by, or most people don't really want it to make sense, even though that's what they say. Most people want it to feel good without any other consequences and repercussions. So tip number 2 on this, your personal mirror match. And it all started to make sense with the newest Mortal Kombat 11, when they started introducing time travel, because, hey, that's the hot thing right now. The Avengers are doing it, so, and, it's just been repeating itself here recently. So it's like the characters from Mortal Kombat meeting each other in these different timelines, right? And it's like Scorpion of today versus Scorpion 15 years ago, and he's like, hey man, what happened to you? How did we get here? What happened? How did you let this happen to yourself? Have you ever caught yourself saying those same things? So whenever you look in the mirror, and whenever I tell you things like you need to take a good look in the mirror, I have to ask you the same questions like, can you even look at yourself in the mirror? Are you asking yourself things like, what happened to you? How did you let this happen? So I would like to close this part of it with, are you fighting that person to the death, or is that person your best training partner? So tip number 3, it's time to start looking outside of yourself. So the outside point of view is a little bit more objective and can make some calls here. And I just have to ask now, are you treating yourself appropriately? Are you treating yourself like your best training partner, or are you still trying to fight and kill yourself? So what you're really looking for is a way to persuade yourself. You want to persuade yourself with what you want and stop fighting yourself. And as soon as you stop doing that, that means you're going to be on the way to making the difference that you want. Your mental toughness is going to go way up. So the big takeaways here is it's always you versus you, no matter what it might look like on the outside. And the moral here is that you can build your confidence without having to fight yourself throughout the sands of time for all eternity. So if you're an unretired former athlete who's committed to turbocharge this process, I'd like to invite you to join the Upgraded Energy Performance and Weight Loss group. All you got to do is click the link, and this makes it easy for you to build your confidence without having to fight yourself throughout the sands of time. And I got to tell you, we're doing some cool stuff in there. We got one more week on the Upgraded Energy Performance and Weight Loss System Masterclass. It's been awesome. I've been doing a lot of retooling to the membership site. So make sure that you're in that group. if you want to get the inside scoop on everything we've been working on how we can move your life forward and you can actually start seeing results in life after sports. So, see you guys next time.